Here we already discussed, on executive summary and on experiences. So resume writing, like we said, is like your persona. You want your recruiter to be able to have a perfect assessment of you and your professional skill set. Now, we use this example in class that you have to write your name in bold and in capital letter, and it has to start with your first name. A very easy name that your recruiter will be able to easily identify with you. And then followed should be your role, right? This could either be your current role or the role you are applying for. Whichever way, it should be your name and then followed by your role. And we said the next that should follow is your personal details, your mobile number, your LinkedIn professional link, and your email address, your GitHub. Now, if you have a personal portfolio where you can showcase your project that you've worked on, different from your LinkedIn or from your GitHub, you can also add it here. But you must know that your LinkedIn is actually a perfect fit to showcase your professional profile. So if your LinkedIn is not updated, kindly update it. Make sure that it is up to date and it is showing your current place of work and your skill set. All right, let's dive right into executive summary. So we said the executive summary is the entire, just by the keyword summary, is the entire summary of what your professional profile should look like. It summarizes your persona, that is your experience, your achievement, right, as we highlighted it here. It shows three layers. Number one, your past, right? It shows three layers. Number one, your past, your present, and your future. That is what your executive summary will show. But what are these features that it will indicate in details? Number one, your years of experience. We wrote this particular one in class and we said that for this QA with 2 years of experience, let's see how we can write it. As an attention to detail QA engineer with over 2 years of experience, that first statement shows your numbers of years of experience. It shows what your job has been for the past 2 years. It also shows what role, right? And then the next one talks about what? Your skill set, API testing, UI web, mobile testing, proper collaboration, and so on. So 3 layers showing what? Years of experience, skill level, achievement in metrics, and confidence level. These are the metrics that that should be shown, that should be indicated in your experience, in your executive summary. All right, moving forward. We mentioned that when you have indicated all of this in your executive summary, you also have to add your confidence level, right? Because what you are doing is you are trying to convince, right? You are trying to convince your recruiter that you are the best, the very best candidate for the job. It's like you selling yourself. It's like you marketing yourself. This is who I am. I'm a QA engineer. I have about 2 years of experience. I'm very detailed oriented. I have skill sets in UI testing, mobile testing. I collaborate well with team. I'm a team player. And there is one more thing, your achievement. Your achievement should be indicated with metrics. So you have worked 2 years somewhere. What do you want to show for it? How have you improved the business there? All right. I was able to reduce the number of bugs in enterprise solution, improve customer usability, and increase. I was able to reduce the number of bugs in enterprise solutions, improve customer usability, and increase revenue up to 50% for my former company. I am confident, all right, that I will deliver with such capability if given the opportunity. Now, this is for if you are currently not working in any organization right now, you can use the word former. But if you're still present there, if you're still working there, then there is no need for formal complaint. Find a way to compost or to recompose this. One way you can do this again is, as we have written this now, we can ask ChatGPT to restructure this executive summary for us. Do you want to see how that is done? Right? Let's see. Let's see how that is done. I'm not sure if this will do it to the justice, but I can say ChatGPT, please modify this executive summary. Then I'll put it there. Please modify this executive summary. Let's see what ChatGPT will say. Here is a revised version of your executive summary. As a detail-oriented QA engineer with over 2 years of experience in software quality assurance, I bring expertise in API testing, UI testing, and web and mobile applications, and seamless collaboration with QA teams and stakeholders. My contributions have directly led to a significant reduction in software defects, enhanced user experience, and a 50% increase in revenue for my previous employer. I am confident in the ability to replicate such success and deliver exceptional results in this role. Do you see that? Do you see how do you see the difference? Even with the difference, you will see there are 4 things here, right? Number 1, year of experience. Your years of experience is there, right? 2 years of experience. Number 2, what else did we talk about? Skill level. C, API testing, UI testing, mobile application testing. So you have to show your skill level, you have to show your years of experience in your summary, you have to showcase your achievements, and in metrics. My contributions have directly led to a significant reduction in software defects, enhanced user experience, and a 50% increase in revenue for my previous employer. I am confident in my ability to replicate such success and deliver exceptional results in this role. Just look at that. So this is what, and this is how you write your executive summary. Now your assignment is this. Go ahead, right, and write an executive summary either for yourself or for somebody. Get their name, get their job role. Right under, right under the job role should be your personal information and your professional information. Not neglecting or compulsorily, your email has to be there, your mobile number has to be there, and your LinkedIn has to be there with any other relevant links. Now, that is executive summary. In the next class, we'll be talking about your experience. What is and how do you write your experience, right? Your place of work, with dates and job responsibilities. Now, see you in the next class.